Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Karen Buechs, your host for the evening. Tonight I have a dear friend, and he just happens to be the chair of the Select Board. Please welcome David Golden.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
How are you?
I'm all right.
And I know you worked all day. You went to Town Hall.
I did. So
this is a half-hour show in respect for you and your lovely wife, Kelly.
She says hi, by the way.
I love her. She's a beautiful, beautiful girl.
She is. She missed you at the conference.
Oh, okay.
They just had it last week. Very successful. Brought, dozens of women business leaders, politicians, things like that to the community. So shout out to my amazing wife. She's really the dynamic one in the relationship.
And you have a beautiful little girl.
I do, yeah. Emma.
Emma.
Her birthday party was this weekend. Her
Ah.
birthday's not until next week, but
Yeah.
we did it early to get the good weather.
She's a Libra like me.
She is, yeah.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of energy.
Oh, yeah. It'll take her far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You are now the chair of the Select Board.
Yes, about a month ago.
So what's the difference sitting there as a select person versus, I know, but why don't you say your experience?
Yeah, functionally, my vote counts the same as everyone else on the board.
Right.
I really see the chair as an equal to the other board members. From an operational standpoint, I do help coordinate the agenda. But as you've seen in the last few meetings that I've run, I've taken agenda items from my colleagues and made sure that they made it on to the docket. Beyond that, really, it's not that much different. There are more phone calls with town staff. There's more meetings, but really, it's more about the energy that you invest into it. Obviously, the more committed you are to the role, the more you're going to give, the more you're going to get out of it.
Right.
From a colleague standpoint, I think all five of us are equal. There are some additional administrative responsibilities on the chair.
Right. You put it nicely. You were at Town Hall this morning.
Yes, we had the motions meeting. Town meeting's coming up very soon.
Next Saturday.
Yep, a week from this coming Saturday.
Yes. And 162 members?
Yep, at full capacity. I think there may be a few precincts that aren't at their full capacity, but we have representative town meeting here in town, so there are 162 members, 9 each from 18 different precincts across town.
And our town moderator, Steve Trifoletti, does a wonderful job.
He does.
He has been. He's just marvelous at what he does.
He runs a tight meeting. He knows town meeting time, which is the rule book that governs us.
Inside and out.
He's an attorney, which I think is a really valuable asset in a moderator. He does work with our town council in order to hash through some of the more difficult items, but he makes snap judgments all the time sitting up there.
But he knows what he's doing.
He's excellent at what he does. He runs a really good meeting.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss him.
And he's impartial. He only votes in the event of a tie. Since I've been involved over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I've only seen it happen once. It was with the land bank.
Ah, yeah. I think I gave up town meeting in 2018.
Yeah.
I had to, but I know there's a lot on your mind regarding what's coming up. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so I'm watching a couple of articles. The one that first comes to mind is Article 4. It's our capital improvement requests. There's an item on there for the visitor center downtown. There's been a lot of back and forth about this project among the Select Board as well as the Advisory and Finance Committee. The Visitor Service Board in Plymouth asked us to fund an addition to their property, which they lease from the town.
Right.
So it's a town-owned building, so there is some incentive for us to invest in this property. They want to expand it and then make it more accessible for the public. They're going to put on some ADA-compliant ramps, multiple egresses, so that in the event of an emergency, they have the proper ability to exit. And most importantly, to flesh out the bathroom situation in the downtown area, especially.
Flush out.
Flush out, yeah. On the waterfront, there aren't unless you're a patron of a restaurant or another commercial space down there, there's not a lot of places for you to get to the bathroom. So this will give better access to residents and visitors when they're down there.
Plus, during the season, summer, Town Hall has those open as well.
Yep, we have those bathrooms that are on the left side of the building when you're looking at the front. But it's a big walk. So, for folks who have mobility issues, folks who have small children, it's tough to get up there.
Up that hill.
Yeah.
But there are some down by the Mayflower.
Yep.
Yes.
Those are open limited hours. Those are state-owned facilities. So we want to make sure that we have some town-specific facilities available to.
By the way, when's
folks.
the cruise ship coming in?
Oh, it's been coming in and out. We have, I think.
I thought one came in.
Oh no, it's been weekly. Yeah.
That's
I actually saw
fabulous.
someone posted a beautiful picture of it on All Things Plymouth, a shot of it in the canal. So it's making its rounds.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Now, they come up from Maine. They go from Maine down all the way to Newport. They touch Plymouth.
Yeah.
They have this route that they take.
Yeah, it's a beautiful New England cruise.
Yeah.
I think we had.
Oh, my goodness.
I think we had 40 stops this year.
I'm so sorry.
no, it's no
I
problem.
thought I shut this off.
No worries.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we had 40 stops this year, and it's been a wonderful addition to the downtown area.
Yeah.
The waterfront businesses in particular are very pleased with it. It hasn't had any significant impact to traffic or to the operation of the other waterfront businesses.
Good.
It's been a positive.
I know people thought it would, but it's been great.
The commercial fishermen were concerned about it, but I think we've come to a good balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. So coming back to the visitor center.
Yeah, so originally the VSB asked us for an investment of about $378,000. The select board reduced that to $178,000 2 or 3 weeks ago. The advisory and finance committee decided to reverse our reduction. So that's the motion that will be heard at town meeting.
We have an incoming call.
Yeah.
Hello, you're on Talk of the Town.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. I just had a question for David. What if the four-wheel drive access out at the point out there, is that ever going to get back to where it used to be with the plovers or anything? And now it's really tough to get out there because when I was back in the day, we used to take our Jeep Wrangler out there and drive all the way out to Bug Light, and those were the days when it was great. We loved doing that, and we just wanted to know whether or not the plovers, any update on the plovers?
Yeah, the plovers have nested there for, I think, the last 3 or 4 years in a row. We're in a tough spot because the feds are actually the ones that dictate the policy when a species like that, whether it's endangered, I think it's actually in a protected status, but not endangered at this point. So the good news is that their population is growing. So maybe in the future we'll be able to reopen that access full time.
The reason we love Plymouth is because the point is one of the greatest things ever. We bought our Jeep Wrangler back in 1994 in Duxbury at Millbrook Motors was the name of the place, and
I remember that place.
The salesman's name was Jack, and he gave us a really good deal on that Jeep, and we just love Plymouth. We love the accent. We love the point out there. That's like heaven. And because of the Jeep Wranglers, it gives us the ability to go out there and drive around, and we love it. We love it.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
You know, down in Florida,
Yep.
you kick them aside.
I know. It's a combination of Massachusetts and the federal government that's really telling us we need to close down these sections. Listen, if we're up to me, tomorrow I would say full access. These birds are, obviously we want to protect wildlife, but these birds, they nest on the ground. they're not the smartest creatures.
No.
They're not contributing significantly to society.
You're a cousin of Dodo.
Yeah, and honestly, in some South American countries, they're a delicacy. So
No kidding.
they nest here, they get their population up, they fly south, and then some folks are consuming them.
It just ruins it for people,
Yeah.
I didn't get a sticker for the longest time because of that.
I hear it all the time, especially from the folks on Whitehorse Beach and Priscilla Beach. And I'm pro giving you folks access to your beaches.
Because we don't have many.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have. So what do you think is going to happen with the visitor center?
Well, I think the folks from the VSB and the Advisory and Finance Committee made a compelling argument to keep it at the 378.
Because if it doesn't go through, you get all that money back.
Yes, and if we do get the way that the Advisory and Finance Committee structured their motion, if the grant comes in, it'll automatically reduce what we're spending by $200,000. If we don't do it though, it's just going to cost us more money in the future, which is why I decided to vote the way I did.
I understood it. We have another call.
Absolutely.
Hello, you're on Talk of the Town.
Good evening, Karen, and I'd like to start off saying happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Stephen.
And for David, I'd like to thank him for his vote on the VSB and the Visitor Center. And not only that, I think you're bringing a different tone to the board. And I think that's, it took something for you to ask for reorganization. I mean, that took a lot of guts because, he's... because I don't think it's ever been done before, and
yeah.
it was time. It was time. It needed to be done, and
It was done.
I think you run a good meeting. I think you're fair to all the members, and you seem to listen to everyone, which is kind of a new experience when you watch the select board meeting in the past. But I think you're doing an excellent job. And,
Thank you, Steve.
And keep up the good work, and I know you will. And the town has a lot of problems, and I'm sure that you and the board, will really help. And if you could, all those people who are complaining about chip sealing, I've talked to my neighbors. They would love them to come here. So anytime you need a neighborhood to do chip sealing, mine's more than welcome.
I'll do what I can.
All right. You guys have a good night.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Steve.
Steve.
Steve's also one of the reasons why I voted the way I did.
Yeah.
He's a very engaged member of the public, town meeting member, served on a variety of boards and committees in the town, specifically the chair of the VSB.
Right.
One of the main drivers behind this article. So he's also very persuasive, and he came to me and explained his position, and I think he's absolutely right. If we own the building, we might as well take care of it.
Oh, I have to tell Stephen something. Stephen Zuccarelli is a town meeting member. I didn't think so. He had called me earlier. So,
Yeah.
What else is on the agenda?
I'm looking at Article 6. Article 6 is establishing a special revenue account for land acquisition. A lot of folks are confusing this with the
Land bank?
the land bank. It's not related at all. So what's happening is, I'll give you a quick tutorial on Chapter 61. So Chapter 61, 61A, and 61B allows property owners who have large parcels to classify their land under special statute. It's for recreation, it's for forestry, and it's for agriculture and horticulture. So when the legislature put this into place, they designed it to make sure that large parcels stayed undeveloped. Times have changed, obviously. There are a lot of people who are coming out of this status now because land is such a hot commodity. So part of the statute says that when you come out of Chapter 61 or any of its constituent parts, the town is owed back taxes. So we legally have to collect the difference between what they would have paid at full price and what they paid under their chapter classification.
That could be thousands.
It's not as devastating as you might think. So, for example, there are some years where we've collected like as little as $17.
Okay.
But there are years where we've collected up to 77,000, I think it was.
What's the land mass? What's the least?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you have to have 5 contiguous acres.
Oh, okay.
So, we see parcels that are much larger than that. Obviously this stemmed from the Atlantic Country Club discussion that we had a few months back. So it's not a new tax. It's something that we're already collecting, and it's not it's not connected to the land bank. It's a special account that will redirect the funds that are already coming in for the purposes of mitigating any development that happens on former Chapter 61 land. So if something like the Atlantic Country Club was developed, we could say, all right, we're going to use the rollback taxes in this special account to put a down payment on a new fire station or land for a new fire station. So it's just directing that money away from the general fund and putting it to a specific purpose.
So they come out of Chapter 61 and they sell to a developer?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. When the statute was developed, you also can only collect 5 years of back taxes. So someone could have been in chapter classification for 40 years, but they only owe 5 years of back taxes.
Who makes up these rules?
That would be the Massachusetts General Court,
Of course.
the legislature.
Yeah. Oh, Lordy.
So that one's interesting to me because I think it will help us mitigate some of the issues that arise from these larger parcels.
But people don't want people coming out of Chapter 61.
I don't either.
This is going to be interesting to see if it passes town meeting.
Yeah. Well, this won't affect whether someone can or cannot come out of Chapter 61. It's just redirecting the funds that are collected from the back tax.
Oh.
Yeah. So the way that people come out of it is.
So they're not voting to allow it or not
correct.
to allow it.
Yeah.
I see.
So
okay.
the statute already allows the folks to come out of Chapter 61, but that rollbacks is it's like a penalty for doing so.
Okay.
Yeah.
They make things so complicated.
Yeah.
This is all they have to do.
A lot of red tape.
A lot of red tape. What else?
We have a number of citizen petition articles that are no longer scheduled to be heard. The first was a request from the Plymouth Redevelopment Authority to dedicate 10% of the annual collection from the CPA to the PRA. That was ruled out of order by the moderator because all CPA articles have to go through the CPC.
Yeah.
You sit on the CPC, and so this was put forward as a citizen petition article, so it didn't even get heard by your board.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Yeah, so that was ruled out of order.
You can tell me later who it was.
We won't be hearing that article.
Okay, good.
But might be something to keep in mind as the next round of CPC meetings come forward. The next article is about the sand and gravel moratorium. That was a citizen petition article from a group called the Plymouth Stewardship Alliance. The town has come to an agreement with that group to ask for no motion, no action. So that article also won't be heard by town meeting unless a town meeting member decides to motion and put it forward. That didn't happen at our motions meeting.
I heard the original, that you couldn't take, let's say you were building an addition or a pool or whatever, you couldn't take that soil off your land for a year.
Yeah, it was going to really devastate just the average homeowner. Never mind, other commercial development in the community.
It would stop
it was
economic development.
It was a response. It was, I think, a knee-jerk response to 71 Hedges Pond Road, which has been a contentious issue here in the community. The answer that this group came up with was a moratorium of 11 and a half months. But you're right; it would have prevented people from putting on an addition, a garage, putting in a pool. If you did want to build a single-family home, it could only be about 500 square feet, which is
it was
smaller
very
than a cabin.
poorly written.
Yeah, so the Stewardship Alliance, though, met with staff from Planning and Development, met with the chair of the Planning Board, and in exchange for them asking for no motion, no action, we've decided to reinstate the Earth Removal Bylaw Review Committee, which will be appointed sometime in the next month. Actually, as we speak, I think the Planning Board is right now talking about it.
I heard the sponsor of that badly written petition still wanted to go forward with it.
Yeah, ownership of that article has changed hands a number of times. So the original article was, the first petitioner was Mr. Mand, who sits on the Planning Board.
Frank Mand.
And it changed hands, I believe. Art DeLoges, who's a commissioner on the Plymouth Redevelopment Authority, former town meeting member. He was at the helm at one point. Number of other folks that were connected. There was going to be a motion from a town meeting member to still hear the article, but they withdrew that this morning. So hopefully it won't go forward.
It wasn't good for Plymouth.
No, it would have been really bad. For I believe in personal property rights. If someone wants to develop their land, they should do so within the schema of zoning that we've come up with.
Yes, and it opened the town up to be sued.
Yes. Yep.
Big time.
Yep. And there's
because of property rights, which is in the Declaration of what am I thinking of?
No, it is in the Declaration.
It's in the Declaration of Independence.
Property rights are as much a part of our ethos as anything else in America.
Right. You would have been sued.
Well, there's already pending litigation for earth removal. As you know, there's a formerly local attorney who regularly files suits against communities on the South Shore.
It's her hobby.
And there's litigation connected to earth removal that's already pending against Plymouth. So putting this in would have had us being sued from both sides.
Right.
So.
Oh, I really resented her standing up and frightening the citizens of this town and out falsehoods.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of misinformation about a variety of topics. Water, earth removal, clear cutting of land, the use of, I would say the misuse of tribal land and tribal relations with the Herring Pond Wampanoag, and it is unfortunate. In fact, the last citizen petition article is related to the Plymouth Foundation for Economic Development, which is also a hot topic for this particular individual.
What is that one?
So this one is for it's the way it's written is it's urging the Plymouth Select Board to not allow public officials to sit on the Plymouth Foundation board.
Oh, can I guess who put that forward?
I think you could, yeah. So it was ruled out of order by the moderator because he considers it to be a resolution, and he hasn't allowed resolutions to go forward in the past. Most recently, he ruled the resolution in support of Palestine out of order.
Right, I remember that.
And that caused a great amount of tension, but it was ultimately the right decision.
Yes,
it's not
that's not our job.
It's not the purview of Plymouth Town Meeting. So he ruled this out of order. At our motions meeting this morning, I did learn, though, that there's a town meeting member who is going to make a motion to overrule the moderator's decision. So if that happens, it'll take a 2/3 vote. And because the article wasn't heard by the Advisory and Finance Committee, it would take another 2/3 vote to pass it. So I don't know that there would be enough support, but I do think that we're going to hear a little bit about it at town meeting.
It's not going to pass.
I would suspect not.
No. At one time, town meeting was excellent at what it did. Mm-hmm. My opinion is that it's seen its day. There are better ways to handle things.
Yeah.
But You work closely with the town manager?
I do, yeah. I've had a very good relationship with Mr. Brindisi.
I say, every show you people are on, I love him.
He's great.
He is great.
Those are your most fun shows.
Yeah, with him. He brought wine last time. He's due to come on the end of this month. He's bringing, I have to ask permission. He wants to bring wine again. And
Are the censors going to give you trouble?
They might. But he's very respectful. I don't even think I drank a full glass.
Yeah.
But he's a lot of fun. He's very sincere.
Yeah.
And he's deliberate. And I love the fact that he's in the service.
Yeah, and Derek knows his stuff. He's been in municipal government for 20 some odd years, since he got out of school, pretty much. He's been a member of the United States Air Force through the reserves.
He's high up there.
Yeah, he's a lieutenant colonel.
Yeah.
He's a very impressive man, but he came up through the public health world, actually. He knows a lot about public health. We've currently got a community health assessment going on. He's been an active advocate for things like that in Plymouth.
I read something today. There's going to be a meeting on that. But what they're trying to ban, I had no idea what it was. Do you know what it is?
No. Are you talking about the Board of Health?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I hadn't heard anything.
It was an unfamiliar name. I've never heard of it. They're trying to ban it from Plymouth. I don't know what it is.
I got to dig into that. I used to sit on the Board of Health, and in fact, I recently got into hot water because I suggested that we should have a discussion with the Board of Health chair, the former Board of Health chair.
Why would you get in trouble?
Some folks thought that it was overstepping, but we're the appointment authority for...
That was your opinion.
Yeah, and we're the appointment authority for the Board of Health. So, and I sat on that board. So they were, at that time, they were thinking about banning, I think it was styrofoam containers, which they did. But there are other things. Like at one point, they were talking about creating a nicotine-free generation in town. So they would have picked a date, like say January 1st, 2000. Anyone born after that date wouldn't be able to buy any nicotine products in town. And I just think that's overstepping.
I really, these bans, they try to live your life.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not for it. And I understand the health department has to listen.
Yeah.
But I hope town meeting's smart enough.
Yeah.
Not to.
Well, I don't think that I don't think we're gonna have to worry about town meeting. I think they're, generally in favor of letting people live their lives.
Yeah. That'd be great. Are we having a meeting next Tuesday night?
Yep. Next Tuesday night we have an executive session in advance. We're anticipating starting the open session at 6 o'clock.
Okay, good.
As usual.
Have anything interesting happening you can't talk about?
Nothing terribly controversial coming up on this. We are going to discuss the future of the On the Roads, the meetings that we have outside of Town Hall.
Okay.
That was a request by the Vice Chairman, Mr. Quintal. So we're trying to get some items on the docket that have been kind of backlogged.
There is a place in North Plymouth, the library up there. But we're coming down to the last few seconds. I want to thank you, David, for coming.
Thank you, Karen.
Your busy, busy day. I know you're up early and you go to bed late. Go home to your beautiful wife and your child, and I thank you for coming.
Thank you,
You'll
Karen.
be here again.
Anytime.
Tune in. The end of the month, I will have another show. I believe it will be our town manager, Derek Brindisi. Thanks for tuning in.